So today's topic is how to use the appointment outcomes within reporting to see how successful and impactful your appointments are going. You can also track this on an agency level if you are an account owner or an account admin. So let me share my screen. Okay. So first thing, you're going to set your outcomes. So you'll go to settings, and then in the filter, you'll type in outcomes, go to appointment outcomes and edit. We've put some defaults in there for you, but to add an outcome, all you need to do is click add outcome or edit. So let's add an outcome. So maybe it's not interested. Sort order 20, since we'll put that at the bottom because nobody would ever not be interested. But here you can see other options like sale made, presentation follow-up needed, presentation no sale, declined by carrier, 1 second meeting, whatever it is, right? So the reason these outcomes are going to be helpful is so that way, not only can you track their status, but you can also track the success of the appointment. If I go to the reminder categories, I can decide which of those categories are going to have outcomes applied to them. You'll notice down here it says, notice, appointment outcomes are only available for categories that are marked with show appointment options. It's just so that way you don't have like, if you don't want this feature on that specific category, you don't have to see it. So if I go to the reminder categories up here, I can say, okay, for an ACA appointment, I definitely want to know my outcomes. So here I just got show appointment outcomes. Easy peasy. Um, if I wanted to edit one of them that doesn't have it, let's say application, it's a task, I would definitely show it as busy. I would show appointment options and then hit update. Super simple. Now let's look at actually adding in an appointment that has that outcome. So if I go into this person's file and I add a task for them, give it a description of ACA, ANOC, whatever it is, right? So it's going to be on November 8th at 1 p.m. And the category is going to be ACA appointment. I'm going to add that task in. So now if I click on his appointment, because let's say it's now November 8th, click on that appointment and I'm going to complete it. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the sale was made and save that update. And now once I'm done with that appointment, I can complete it. So let's say wife Rosemary was on. Wait, oh wait, first I have to hit update. So that way, no, I was supposed to hit save. Sorry. That is a little confusing to me. So let me change this. So wife Rosemary was on the call, save. That's now been saved. And now I can hit complete. Update is more for updating the actual appointment itself. Like if you've got to change the date for that, you could change the date here and say it's actually going to be at this time, this date. But now I'm going to go in here and hit complete on that appointment. And that's done. What we can now do is run a report on the appointment outcomes. So if I want to go down here to reports and I go to appointment report, I can look at a time frame. So beginning of October to today. And you can also do it by scheduler, by agent, by category, by outcome, by status of the leader, the client, and then hit detailed report. Now I can see what those outcomes are. So this agent isn't putting in their outcomes. You can see that, right? So you might need to talk to that agent about, what they're doing. So tell them to add those outcomes in. But you can also see that some sales have been made from those appointments. But this one is presentation follow-up needed. So I could quickly go into that person's file and call them and set up that appointment. So it's just a nice touch point for you to check out those appointments. and the success of each of those appointments. It'll also help if you've got agents under you that you're trying to manage to see how well they are booking those appointments and how well they are converting those into actual sales. Another feature on the AMS plan, if you are the account owner, there's an executive report where you can also just check out the appointments here for your agency as a whole to see how many are created, how many appointments have been assigned, and then how many agents have created their own appointments. So this is just a quick little overview, but another place for you to kind of gauge the success of the bookings and such. But those conversion rates are even better on that appointment outcomes. Any questions on that feature of the appointment outcomes themselves and how to use them? All right, the very simple, straightforward feature just takes a little bit of time to play around with it, but the core overview is go to settings, go to appointment outcomes, edit, add or edit these or delete any that you don't like. Go to the reminder categories, make sure that the category that you're working with has show appointment outcomes checked. If not, check it and update that. And then you'll be able to use that whenever you are in an actual task for that day. You go into their file, you would select the anticipated outcome and save. And now that has been tracked within the system. Finally, you'll be able to go to reports and report on the appointment outcomes. Select the date range, select any of the other criteria, and I like to hit detailed report, it's just nicest, but any of these other ones you can do as well. So if I do summary report, it'll just give me the tallies. And then if I do detailed report, it'll give me all of the juicy data. That's what I'm looking for. And download would give you an Excel spreadsheet. All right, that's it. Thanks so much. Gonna stop my recording.